Oh, we back again, man. Run to the playoffs, baby.
Is out there with Tari Eason.
You know what's going on, baby.
Then there's Alperon Şengün. And it's Longley in at the one spot.
He
And for Chicago, we've got Paul George.
Run to the motherfucking playoffs
out there with Toppin. Then there's Trey Mann. And it's Money in at the one. All right, folks, get your running shoes on. Both of these teams want to push the pace.
Oh, that they do. Pace, pace, pace. And as a fan, I just love these types of matchups. It's so much fun to see these teams get up and down the floor, play with pace, and have fun. I'm excited for this one.
We're going to start off nice and simple.
What a tremendous atmosphere here tonight.
And sometimes getting that first bucket puts momentum in your corner, but we'll just have to see.
Now here's Şengün.
We on our fourth ring. We're on our fourth ring. We're on our run to the fourth ring, and we are
going to screen on George. Here's Whitmore. Wembanyama gets a hand on it.
I want 2 rings with Minnesota.
Here's Money.
Toppin
passes to Money. And again, it's Chicago with a 3.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Now Green. And about a minute gone in the first quarter.
I'm not playing people to the back because I like to
Got it.
Making things happen amongst those trees, Green. He's pretty relentless.
Chicago has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Pass to Toppin. Money with the bucket. Money's got 8.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Toppin with the steal.
God.
And now the Bulls in transition. George passes to Mann. Pass to Money. Kicks it to George. 5 on the clock. Over Green. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
How great are they playing? 4 for 4 shooting to start this one.
Down low. Here's Whitmore. And the layup is good off the glass.
As he gets more comfortable in unlocking his potential, we'll see Green get more comfortable in moving the ball.
Here's Money. Coming off an unbelievable high-scoring game. Pass to Toppin.
I don't get on my dribble skill. I'm not
Here's Money. Back to Toppin. To the middle. Here's George. And again, it's Chicago.
This looks like a shoot-around the way they're scoring. 5 straight makes to start the game.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Outside, Green. Şengün, the screen. Goes up at the stripe. And he buries his first look.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out.
Yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of...
Bro, that's the shit I be talking about, CK. Wide open, full bar, still brick.
Green. Eason, a screen
what
on
the fuck? Yo,
Green, the pass
there's
to
no
Eason.
way.
Here's Whitmore.
Fuck, this is a game. After I feel that whole fucking ball up, I should green that bitch.
Whitmore's got 5.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
To the paint. Here's Money. And he finishes. That makes him 4 out of 5.
Keep riding that hot hand. He's been pretty much unstoppable.
The Rockets trail. Here's Longley. He's scoreless. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama. He's off on the first. He does not get the second one.
Wembanyama
has the ball here for the Bulls. Leading by 5.
What's the front win ball? What the fuck?
The pull-up.
How the fuck one ball gets
That one
stripped?
off the back iron and out. The Bulls have gone 6 of 7 and looking good.
Yeah, bitch, I hit 4 threes already.
Here's Money. 10 points for him. Good. And the assist to Wembanyama. 13 points in the game.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Outside, Green. From the right block. And it's Chicago with a board. They come into this one having outplayed the Mavericks last time out.
It was a lockdown effort defensively, contesting shots and really protecting the painted area.
They were very disciplined on that end of the floor, staying attached to shooters and disrupting plays with their active hands.
And the Rockets with possession here after the basket by Chicago. To the inside. Stolen by Wembanyama.
I can hit it.
For three, George. And again, it's Chicago with a three.
Come on now.
This has been just a dreadful start for them
Let's
defensively.
go PG with the motherfucking 3.
Timeout called. Houston.
Yeah. 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 I know PG. Yeah, problem? Yeah, I'm throwing this box away. Oh yeah, I'm talking to my wife and shit. I gotta ask him.
Midway through the year, we've got a moment to check out the Eastern Conference standings. You look at
What
Chicago.
season
What a
is-
season thus
he's
far
going
for
80 and
them.
over.
Second place in the conference.
Yeah.
When I look at Chicago, you have to really give it to them.
Yeah.
I mean, they are backing
When
up
do you see
all
we're
the
going 80
preseason
and
hype.
up?
They've been outstanding early.
And you want to talk about hitting the ground running?
Yeah,
They've
nigga,
done
shit,
exactly this. And you got to give a lot of credit to their coaching staff for
somebody
getting
gotta
this
put
team
it
locked in early.
Chicago has gone 4 of 5 from distance here in the first quarter.
Ooh,
Money, pass to George.
PG, I did it. See, I was in front of you.
Here's Money. It's good.
Hey,
Set up beautifully by
look what you want,
George.
people.
Money's got 18.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Outside, Green. Şengün, the screen to stop the run. And Green, good for 3. Green's got his second bucket of the night.
Whenever the opponent makes a three, it feels like Jalen's got that mindset that he wants to answer.
And the dunk by Wembanyama.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Here's Whitmore. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Detroit.
Yeah, what about his work on the glass? I mean, he was an all-around contributor to a winning effort. Man, good whistle there.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Bulls.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
Man, they're just having their way, bullying the other team in the painted area, imposing their will down there whenever they want.
DeRozan is checked in for Wembanyama. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Smith, he's checked in for Green. Pass to Whitmore. Here's Longley. Floats one up, and it's good on the layup.
Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looks. It's a challenging shot.
Come on.
Here's Mann. Still no points. The 3. Money with the bucket.
And they've got the D reeling. A full three-point attack right off the tip.
Here's Whitmore. Inside. Here's Şengün. Another one falls for Houston.
He can really read the floor. precision pass in rhythm.
Chicago with the ball. A 12-point game. They're getting their first look of the season at the Rockets in this one.
And with this matchup being East versus West, this is the first of only 2 meetings between these teams.
As a player, these ones are fun. You get to match up with guys you rarely see.
Here's Longley, following the bucket by the Bulls. Pass to Whitmore. And there's the lob. And he lays in the alley-oop pass.
Now that's a textbook alley-oop.
I thought he'd go for the slam, but that worked.
I should have not given people some foul.
Here's Money. Give him 23. And here is DeRozan. Here's Money. And Chicago again with a bucket.
His shooting has been fantastic, and this team has leaned on him.
The Rockets have got 8 of 13 attempts to go. There's 57 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Whitmore outside. Paul George pulls it in.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
First personal foul. First team foul.
At
the line for the Bulls.
First one falls for him. Victor Wembanyama's checked in for Chicago. White comes in for man.
27.
And so he makes both from the line.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
He shoots it. And it's Green missing.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
White finds Toppin. DeRozan outside. And here's Wembanyama. Green covering.
One ball. Come on, you got to get there.
Here's Toppin from the arc. Smith with the rebound. And it's Green with the ball for the Rockets. They trail by 16. Defeated by Detroit in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, we know that on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
Yeah, they weren't doing themselves any favors missing all those free throws. You could sense the frustration mounting as the game went on.
And the ball in play. The Rockets will have it.
A classic breakdown with the ball, sending it right out of bounds and giving the defense a freebie.
Lonzo Ball.
Here's Nesmith. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's the Chicago Bulls up 15 points as this quarter concludes. And the 3-ball has been huge in building this lead. We'll be right back after this word.
Second quarter with it, man. Second quarter with it, Cat Reed. Yeah. Not playing right now. I mean, let me cut some shit up, edit some shit. Good.
We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one. Timeout called by Houston. And while we have a moment, let's see some of the contenders for this year's three-point contest. Some of the players who have a shot to make the final cut.
Hey, not a bad.
Why would I not be there? 5 3-point
And list of shooters at all. And really, with how many threes we see in NBA games these days, some of these games have become three-point contests.
He's currently up there in the voting at number 2. So clearly no one is sleeping on his abilities as a lights-out three-point. Oh, throw it down! Wow!
B.A., forget about attempting the long-range three to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim, my man.
Man, that was sweet. And how about our AT&T 5G slam cam? Couldn't have captured that play any better. George passes to Money. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got 3 assists in the game.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Well, guys, Money in the last outing against the Mavericks just played
opened
he
up.
had 57 points, and he's a tremendous three-point shooter. We saw that again last game. He was a force of nature in that game. He made the opposition look utterly helpless.
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show on that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
I'll be interested to see if the opposition looks to double him, because this should open up opportunities for his teammates to get going.
Toppin passes to Money. George, right
Oh my
side.
God,
And
that's
we've
supposed to
heard
go to one
players
ball.
asking for more clarity and accountability from the officials. Grant, you think they have a point?
Well,
Let a bat
players
phone,
often ask
Let a
refs to
bat
explain
phone,
calls, so they also want some clarity from the league whether the refs got it right. And that information oftentimes can help them make the proper adjustments moving forward.
Pass to Şengün.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
To the paint. And the ball out of play. The Rockets will have it.
They gave me the
Gotta
ball.
come through at
in
the free throw line. These are the teams that are getting it done from there. Second, the Bulls.
This is a team that knocks down their free throws at an elite rate. Whoever they go up against should always try.
How did that fuck even happen? Let me see. So I didn't ask for the ball. It's coming down the stretch. One ball I had. Still coming out. And he passed it. Damn, that was an open shot too.
To avoid fouling them at all costs.
Damn.
DeMar DeRozan's checked in for Chicago. Smith, he's checked in for the Rockets. Here's Longley. Right now, he's contributing about 15.5 points a game. Goes back up. He drains it from the right block. Longley's got 4 points in the quarter. Here's Money. DeRozan with the bucket. And the Bulls lead by 18.
Using his athleticism to beat the contact, DeRozan refuses to be held back.
Şengün, the screen. Down low. Pass to Whitmore. Now Eason. Now here's Şengün. 6 on the shot clock. For 3, Smith. That's no good. He's 0 for 4. Chicago has gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. Money misses. The Rockets shooting just 32% here in the second. Eason, pass to Longley. Back to Eason. There's the triple. Fires in the triple. Eason's got 7 points.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
A minute 35 left to play in the first half of basketball. And he's going for the lob. Pass to Man. It's George on the wing. Here's Money. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Longley. Rebound by the Bulls. George has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Okay, let's just say it. This has
Are
been
you
an ugly
fucking
quarter for
kidding
him.
me?
Not quite a break a mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
Eason inside. George defending. Pass to Whitmore. Excellent D there from Toppin.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off. He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
Here's Longley. He's got 6. .14 feet away. Tries again. And Şengün finishes it off. He has 6.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Money. And the layup is good.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Pass to Longley. To the inside. Here's Easton.
Yeah, just an outstanding defender. George's timing and feel for how to guard guys is a valuable commodity.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. It's the Bulls. They lead by 18. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
I'll be right back.
Howdy, folks. Time for halftime fun. Woohoo! Before we check out the action at hand, first order of business, the power rankings. And if we were talking physical strength, fellas, who's the most powerful player you ever faced?
Kenny, I'm telling you right now, you better say me.
Well, you are top 5. And fellas, looking now at the first half of play, ground to make up a major deficit for the Houston Rockets.
They're rolling out the red carpet in the lane, and everybody's on the guest list. They need to call security, tighten it up.
You know what, Shaq? You'd be a good bouncer. I mean, heck, you could just, do that as a side hustle.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. And the Rockets shooting only 40% from the floor in this game. So on the floor for Houston, they've got Tari Eason, also Whitmore out there, Green out there with Alperen Şengün, and it's Longley in at point guard.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
And so it's Houston with it. It's an 18-point game. Their next game is at Barclays Center in Brooklyn for a game with the Nets. And that'll be game 4 of this 6-game stretch on the road.
I know it's not in vogue right now, but for guys like Green, there are points to be had in that mid-range.
Pass to Toppin. The 3 is up. It's rebounded by Houston.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Longley passes to Şengün. And here is Green. From deep. The shot, no good. It's George on the wing. 4-3. Knocks down the long J. George has got 10 points.
Gets the ball and takes the shot. It's that easy for Paul George.
Green with the ball. 12 points for him. Şengün, the screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Green, the pass to Şengün. It's rebounded by George.
1 for 4 in the second half. Just trying to get into a rhythm.
And Richard Şengün has really been impressive. A big who does a little bit of everything.
Well, his passing is what's really fantastic, B.A. He pulls off dimes most guards wouldn't even consider attempting. He's a player that a lot of people should start paying attention to.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That's good from Eason.
Shooting from Houston, Eason.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. The Bulls have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Here's Money. Soft touch off the glass.
Timeout.
Money's got 41.
And his fantastic performance
It's so crazy.
from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
And the Rockets call time here.
Let's keep it up.
Here we have the 2K leaderboard breaking down the top blockers in the league last month. Victor Wembanyama, #1.
And during this last month, he made a statement on the defensive end, just swatting away shots left and right.
Here's Green. 12 points for him. Pass to Longley. Beyond the arc. The Rockets again can't hit.
Out of halftime, not the way you want to execute, just 1 of 5 from the field.
Here's Money. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. Around the league, we're increasingly seeing former players in front office positions, Grant.
It's so true, B.A., and we need even more former players in those roles. They bring a perspective that a lot of front offices just don't have. They can add value with their experience. I really like this move.
Houston has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Şengün against Wembanyama. 6 to shoot. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama. Pass to George. Out to the right wing. 18 feet out. Here's Money. He's got 44. No good. A bit long that time. Here's Whitmore. George defending. Third quarter action. Just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Here's Whitmore. Toppin with a double team. Eason. And another miss by Houston. Here's Money. From outside, off the mark.
Well, after the show he put on in the first half, you thought it would continue, but he's cooled off a little bit here now.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
Yeah, good offense comes from great defense. This lead is only getting stronger with plays like that.
It's 2-on-1. For 3, George. Ooh, he's locked in. Dreams his 5th shot in as many attempts.
They're capable of shooting 40% from deep for a season. Paul George is steady from downtown.
To the middle. Here's Eason. It's Eason with the jam.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Here's Money. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 46.
Ooh, he's been the guy.
Here's Money. What an incredible scoring display he's putting on tonight. Here's Wembanyama, defended by Şengün. And Wembanyama gets it to go.
And guys, one thing that's triggered this run, their proficiency inside the three-point line.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, debating the best players ever, there are different criteria, but Hall of Famer Dr. J said, quote, I think ultimately you have to have that crowning moment where you're a champion, and it's difficult. Sometimes it takes experiencing the loss and figuring it out before you can be successful. It's nothing you can assume or take for granted.
Well, he got his at 83. Thanks, Allie. Here's Longley. 9 points in the game. Here's Şengün. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama.
Some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
Over to the wing. Pass to man. Inside. And got it. Another basket.
And here we go again. Another spectacular night for him.
Oh, you love the challenge he's taken on. Trying to reach the 5th most 50-point games in a season. Just incredible. To the paint. Can they get it? And it's Whitmore missing.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Here's Money into the lane. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Here's Green. Nice shot from the wing. Green's got 4 points now in the quarter.
This is how special Green can be at times. When he's hot, he can be an incredible scorer.
Money misses.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
Here's Longley. To the wing, right side. Şengün in the post. Wembanyama on him. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Longley. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Driving inside. Money misses. Houston has gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Outside, Green launches it from deep. It's hauled in by the Bulls. George has got his 6th rebound on the night.
The D has to respect his range. He made 2 in the first half, and he's capable of draining even more here in the second quarter and beyond.
A minute 15 left in the third quarter. Here's Şengün. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Look at Green showing some hustle on the offensive boards.
1:03 left in the third. Toppin passes to Money. Hits yet again. Wow.
What the? Where my fire?
He's been dominant so far in this
Let me
one.
get all
Shouldering
under it.
the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. Here he goes. Longley. Hey, hangs in midair and converts the double clutch layup. Longley's got 14 points for the game.
The adjustment. Man, what a finish.
Here's Money. Takes a 3. Eason pulls it in. Eason's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Longley passes to Şengün. Toppin with a steal. Here's Money. Non-stop scoring machine right here. Takes the 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this exchange more often than not.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls building a mountain of a lead, up 31 points as this quarter concludes. And they've been shooting the lights out from the arc. All those threes have this poised for a blowout. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is
Both teams making substitutions here. Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over.
Let's hear it one more time for your Chicago Bulls.
Here's Money. Here's Man. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got 6 assists here tonight. So much talk about what should be done with the regular season, RJ.
Yeah, players and teams have kind of really started downplaying the importance of the regular season, but not the smart ones. Part of that is, you know, the media obsession with rings and ring counting, but the regular season matters, and I do not believe that they should shorten it at all.
We've got Wembanyama, George out there with Obi Toppin. Then there's Trey Mann, and it's Money in at the point. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Well, Richard, when you talk about great scorers, DeMar DeRozan doesn't always get the credit he deserves.
Yeah, he should really get more praise than he does, Brian, especially when you consider how incredible he is from the mid-range.
Pass to Green. It's hauled in by White.
This has been a tough quarter for him and a challenging game for this team.
Here's Money. Eason pulls it in. Eason's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Here's Longley. Oh, a two-handed power slam.
That one rocked this arena.
That's the kind of dunk right there that makes you think he's going to rip down the rim. White, the pass to Money. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
He's their go-to. They keep calling his number, and he delivers.
Well, the Rockets shooting about 43% since the 4th quarter began. Green against White. And Whitmore gets it to go on the assist by Green.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen. He found his groove right away and hasn't let up. It's not surprising that he's leading the way on offense.
There's a minute 54 left to play in the 4th quarter of this one. Driving to the basket, and he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot. And Grant, the play-in was added after you retired. You wish it was around when you played?
You know, B.A., no. But I do think we could have used it a couple of times in my years in Orlando. But, you know, in all fairness, the play-in is a success as it creates a Game 7 atmosphere. And the NBA really knocked it out the park with this one.
Eason, good.
Saw the angles and led him right to the hoop with that pass.
Well, the Bulls shooting very well, 62% and going right at the defense. DeRozan passes to Money, releases. The Rockets pull it in. Şengün's got 7 rebounds in the game.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Bulls.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
That'll do it for this one. They've earned their 27th victory of the year tonight.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Money.
The scoring effort from him, unreal. Carrying this team, I mean, he was amazing tonight.
Well, the Rockets shooting around 41%. Pass to Green. And he lobs it up to the rim.
Oh, what a pass. Those two read each other really well.
Looks like a play they've definitely run in practice. Money, pass to Terry. White with it. Here's Money. Here's Terry. Clock at 6. Oh, the offensive struggles continue. Missing again. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's Longley missing. The Bulls on offense. To the inside. Now here's DeRozan. Here's Money. Lays it up and banks it in.
And DeRozan has done an amazing job in his playmaking skills, including finding his open teammates.
So it's the Bulls winning this one easily. Boy, they were something special to watch.
That was a good game, man. How did you boy?